What is up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRib, and today we take a look at the classic. Well, in fact it's not classic because it kind of covers the generations of Streets of Rage of 1, 2 and 3, but brings it into 2020, that's right. This little collection here, this legacy collection, it mixes things up a bit. It's kind of doing a bit what Streets of Rage 4 has done, bringing characters back, or putting them all into the same games. All characters playable in this one, or the most well-known 6 of them playable in this version, and you can play them on any of the Streets of Rage. Plus, this looks visually very stunning. Shall we take a look? Let's do this. So obviously, you know, I normally cover a lot of Sega and Dreamcast stuff, but today we're actually looking at PC Homebrew. That's right, this is Streets of Rage Legacy, which, you know, looks exactly like Streets of Rage 1. Well, so far anyway. I mean, the real basis of this game is basically, you know, I'm going to say basically quite a lot. Basically, it's Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3, but kind of redone. I mean, the colours, as you can see, are vibrant as anything. This is a good looking game. But you do have a choice from 6 characters, you know, coming across from those Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3. But those characters you can use in Streets of Rage 1, 2 or 3. Which, let's face it, is quite a bonus. Now, this is quite obviously Streets of Rage 1. This is the first level that you play in Streets of Rage. But damn, look at that scrolling and movement. It's so smooth, it's so fluid. This, wow, you know, when I look at these kind of games, you don't expect them to be this smooth. So, yeah, this is essentially, this is a 2020, I'm going to call it a remake, even though it's not really a remake. Well, you know, not so much. Like I said, this is just Streets of Rage 1, 2 and 3. Updated and looking great. The other thing is just listen to that music. Absolutely pumping, isn't it? So this still plays like Streets of Rage 1 in the sense that you smash cans, you pick up weapons, you pick up your health. The difficulty level on this seems to be ramped up. Now, this was clearly on purpose because maybe Streets of Rage 1 isn't that hard. Although I would say this from the get-go is rock solid. So if you want a challenge, then yeah, this is probably what you're going to be looking for and probably what you've been missing for quite a while. Each level still has its bosses, yeah? Its bosses that we all remember being so damn hard. But yeah, again, like I said, this game is already hard, but they've now kind of ramped it up. Yeah, you know, sometimes I think too hard, but you know, who doesn't love a challenge? And now on to Streets of Rage 2. So obviously this was, back in the time, was quite a drastic improvement anyway. So no longer are you just seeing the scenery move side to side. You're now seeing it move up and down. So there was quite a graphical, you know, the Mega Drive essentially at this point was looking good. They were kind of showing off what they could do with this game. And it's so much more vibrant anyway. One thing I will say is the analog stick is an absolute joy to use on this. It's so responsive, and the button, you know, the responsiveness from the button bashing works really, really well. Each character here has a special weapon, or a special move, I should say, that builds up power. As you can see, the blue bar at the top, what you can do is once that builds up, bash that button, and you'll get one hell of a kick or a punch. You know, depending who the character is, for example, me using Axel, then it's going to be different to, you know, any of the other characters. As you just saw it right there, one hell of a punch. This one I don't really want to talk about because I really dislike this level. I've never had a loving for this level. I mean, this boss fight here was just downright unfair. As soon as you defeat him, or you think you've defeated him, they all pile in on you, and then once you've done that, he then comes back again. So, yeah, I won't be talking about that one. Let's get on with Streets of Rage 3. Now you can tell this is Streets of Rage 3 because it just looks a little bit better. It's nothing massively different, but even just listen to that soundtrack. Yeah, I'm right. It is. You can tell they had the technology at their disposal when this one came out. To me, Streets of Rage 3 was kind of always... It was just trying to be technologically better than 1 and 2. Don't get me wrong, this is just my opinion. Not everyone's going to agree with this. I personally still think 1 is the best. The original is the best to me. But, I can appreciate it for what they've done here. But, playing it now, you can just see it's technologically great. But gameplay, it's just too way in your face. I will say though, I've 100% enjoyed playing. This is one I would actually recommend everyone play if you want that difficulty factor. If you just want to play the original 1, 2 and 3, there are plenty of other ways to play that. But if you want to play a slightly modernised, let's call it a 2020 version, colours look great, sounds impeccable, and yeah, I mean, it just is that much harder. But I would advise giving it a go. Anyway, I've been Al from Games Ria. Like, subscribe and comment. And I'll see you all soon.